Then you can just kind of do this and kind of look around, and then it'll bring you down to the ground like that. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, so today we got a couple of things we're going to be doing, some more mechanism stuff. But before we do that, I want to make a couple of rods from Botania just so that we can have them for different things. So we're going to be doing, let me come in here and let's look this up real quick. So we've got a couple of rods. We're going to be doing Rod of the Lands, which I believe is used to place one block of dirt. So it could come in handy. Rod of the Seas. This will create a water source. This is going to come in very handy once we get back into witchery and into some TheCraft. It's going to be useful for filling up our kettle and our other stuff, our vats and whatnot. And then we're going to be doing the Rod of the Skies, and this one's kind of interesting. You can kind of fly a little bit, but not much. So, but let's go ahead and do them. They're real easy. I got everything in here. The recipe is kind of the same on all of them. This is a Rod of the Land, which is a dirt, a living wood twig, and a rune of earth. The Rod of the Seas is a water bottle, a living wood twig, and a rune of water. And the Rod of the Skies is a feather, a living wood twig, and a rune of air. So let's just go ahead and grab all this stuff real quick. Let's come over here. Rod of the Lands. Craft that. Earned ourselves some fireworks from that. Let's see if it does the same thing when we do the Rod of the Seas. Nope. Okay, what about Rod of the Skies? No. Okay. So those are those. It's pretty easy. Let's see if this thing works. I think you just, yeah. You got to be careful with it though, because you can die if you fall too far. But let's go ahead and try it outside real quick. It's nighttime, but that's not a big deal. We'll just go ahead and do this real quick. So you can just kind of do this and kind of look around, and then it'll bring you down to the ground like that. So kind of cool. It might be useful to get up the mountains and stuff a little easier. But for now, we're just going to go put it away. Let me sleep real quick, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, so we're going to get back into some of our mechanism stuff. So we're going to come back in here to chapter 14, How the World Enhances. Open this up, and we're going to come down here to this one here, Lean Green Machine. Alright, so let's take a look at this. You may be starting to find the potency of your previous power sources waning compared to your usage with all this new machinery. As such, it could be worth investigating the more powerful generators that come with this newfound level of machinery. One such option is to crush plant matter into biofuel and burn it in a biogenerator. So, we're going to be creating a biogenerator and some biofuel, and our rewards will be 4 more biogenerators and 64 biofuel. So let's take a look at the recipe of this. Now this is made up of 2 biofuel, so we'll have to create the biofuel first. An advanced control circuit, we already know how to do that. Reinforced alloys, we already know how to do that. Osmium plates, we know how to do that. Energy tablet, we know how to do that. And steel casing. So we know how to make everything that we need here other than the biofuel. So let's take a look at that. Now this is putting items in a crusher. Now we need 16 of them for the quest. So you could put, 1 oak sapling will give us 2 biofuel, maple sapling, so on and so forth. If we come through here, we can look at some of these. Watermelons would give you 4 per melon slice. Get 4 per apple. But what I'm going to do though is we're going to be using pumpkin seeds. 1 pumpkin seed will give you 2 biofuel. And the reason we want to do that is because for every pumpkin, you get 4 seeds out of it. So, you know, one 10-10-10 patch of pumpkins will produce 16 seeds. So it's a much better way to get it. So let's go ahead and grab that. We're going to come over here, and is this the crusher? No, it's the infusing. Okay, this is our crushing factory. Let's go ahead and ship that in there, and this auto sort. Let it auto sort them. And we need 2 biofuel for the one piece. So let's go ahead and get all 16 of them while we're at it. Did I put a speed upgrade in this thing? I don't think I did. Upgrades. Yeah, it's got 1 speed upgrade in it. 612. 4 makes 16. So there's that. Let's go ahead and get the other pieces that we need for the biogenerator, which is all right here. We'll come over here and we'll put that together real quick. Let's look it up. Biogenerator. Is that it? Biogenerator. Okay. Go ahead and shift click that. What am I missing here? Okay. Steel casing, 2 reinforced alloy. Steel casing, 2 reinforced alloy, 2 biofuel, 2 osmium plates. Let's see, advanced control circuit. What am I missing here? Oh, and of course, an energy tablet. There we go. And now we've got a biogenerator. Let's go ahead and look at this, claim our reward. Anything else? Nope, that's it. All right, now these biogenerators, just other playthroughs that I've seen, these things produce quite a bit of energy. So we're going to be using these quite extensively. I will show you an area that I'm already setting up in preparation for this. Basically down where our coal is at, I dug out an area behind that grows pumpkins, and then it converts all those pumpkins into pumpkin seeds that we're going to use in a crusher and go through this whole process of making these. So let me go ahead and put this away, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment. All right, let's go back into the book. We're going to come back and we're going to start taking a look at evaporate. All right, some more complex mechanical processes are going to require some more complex fluids and gases. And for that, you'll need to delve into using heat for evaporation. All right, thermal evaporation plants have a 4x4 footprint, but can be anywhere from 3 to 18 blocks tall. The controller block must be in the top layer. Other than that, except for the bottom layer, all layers are hollow and consist of thermal evaporation blocks. You will also need thermal evaporation valves on any face of the plant, serving as the input and output of the plant for fluids, gases, and heat. So this one is a bit of a rabbit hole. So first of all, we need to make 1 thermal evaporation controller. We need to make 3 thermal evaporation valves, and then 32 thermal evaporation blocks. You can see I've already made 24 of them. It's because there's quite a bit to it. So let's start off with the thermal evaporation controller. Let's take a look at that. And that is 3 elite control circuits. We know how to make that. That's just regular glass, 2 steel casings, a block of copper, and 2 copper plates. So let's come over here. And I've got all that here. So let's do this again. So copper block, there was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a piece of glass there. Yes, there we go. Thermal evaporation controller. Okay, next thing we need is thermal evaporation valves. Let's take a look at this. This is 2 elite control circuits. two dynamic valves, another steel casing, and 4 copper plates. Now, how many of those did we need? We need 3 of them. All right. Hopefully I got everything I need for that. Maybe, maybe not. Let me just go ahead and grab all this stuff. So, let's just look this up. Thermal evaporation valve. All right, so let's see. What are we missing on this? Oh, the dynamic valves, which are a basic control circuit surrounded by 4 steel plates. That'll give us 8 of them. Let's go ahead and grab that. Come in here, and I need to, got 1, so I'm missing 2 of those. Drat. Okay. So I've got to make a bunch more of those elite control circuits in order to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and skip that for the moment, and then the next part we needed were these thermal evaporation blocks. Now these are dynamic tanks surrounded by copper plates, and the dynamic tank is a basic fluid tank surrounded by 4 steel plates. A basic fluid tank is a bucket with 4 pieces of glass and 4 iron plates around that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab that. Come back in here, and then we're going to craft our basic, we're going to craft our dynamic tanks, which will give us 8 of them for that one. Okay. Come back in here. Okay, it's dynamic valves. 2, 3. Okay. There we go. And then those 8 would be surrounded by the copper plates. Okay, that gives us the 32 of those that we need. All right, so I need to make, come in here, I need to make 4 more of these elite control circuits. So I need 8 advanced circuits. All right, let me go ahead and get those last 2 pieces done, and I'll be right back with you as soon as it's ready. All right, so let's go ahead and grab these real quick then. Oh my goodness, that's a mess. Thermal evaporation valve, 2 out of 3. Three out of 3. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've got another crafting task, which we probably might not be able to do. Let's see. The plant will gain heat passively from the wasteland, but the most efficient way to heat it up is by directly producing heat. A fuel wood heater can produce heat from solid fuels, and the heat can then be funneled along thermodynamic conductors. Alternatively, resistive heaters produce heat from power, but at a much slower rate than the fuel wood heater. So this wants us to make a fuel wood heater, and one of them, and a basic thermodynamic conductor. So let's take a look at this and see if we can do this. This is a basic control circuit, 2 furnaces for 5 steel plates and a steel casing. Do I have any basic control circuits left? I do not. So let's see, can we make one? Basic control circuit, that. 2 of those. Osmium plates. Got some more over here. Let that finish up. There we go. All right. All right, so that goes there, that goes there. Bang, 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 bang. There we go. Basic control circuit. Go ahead and toss these osmium plates in there. What else did we need for this thing? 5 steel plates and 2 furnaces and steel casing. So steel plates, 5 furnaces I will have to make in a moment. Steel casing. Alright, let me go sleep real quick. I'm run downstairs and we'll grab some furnaces. I'll be right back with you. Alright, let's get this thing built. So if I can remember what this was, I think let's look at it again in here. Fuel wood heater. Okay. Alright, so we got this up here. These 2 here. Casing in the center, and then the 5 steel plates around the outside like that. There's our fuel wood heater. Alright, let's see what the other piece was. Basic thermodynamic conductor. We need 4 of those, and that is 2 steel ingots and a copper ingot, and that'll give us 8 of them. Let's run downstairs real quick. Oh, this back and forth, back and forth. There we go. Okay, so we need 2 steel ingots and 1 copper ingot. Go, there's that. Basic thermodynamic conductor. There we go. Take a look here. Doesn't look like there's anything else. We get a reward of 64 thermal evaporation blocks. Okay. Is there anything else opened up in here? We now have induction storage. Let's see where we're at here. Oh. Back in here. Let's take a look at this real quick. That energy cell you've got there is rather cute. How'd you like it to be able to store way more? If so, then the induction matrix is for you. At its simplest, it can store about 8 times as much power as an ultimate energy cube. An induction matrix is a multi-block structure that can go from 3 by 3 by 4 up to 18 by 18 by 18. The external walls must be formed of induction casings and or ports, with the ports not placeable on the edges. The ports are where power is input and output from the matrix. Internal blocks can be any combination of induction cells, induction providers, or air, as long as there is at least one cell and provider. Providers determine the I/O rate of power transfer, while cells determine the capacity of how much energy the cell can hold. Okay, so induction casings, we need 16 of those. Induction ports, we need 2 of those. Basic induction cell, we need 1 of those, and basic induction provider, we need 1 of those. Let's see just take a look at this. That is energy tablets. How many of those did we need altogether? Oh my goodness, I gotta make 16 energy tablets. Oh my goodness. Induction port, elite control circuits with more induction casings. Okay. Basic induction cells. How many of those we need? So that'd be 8 of the 16 of those that we'd need for that. Basic induction cells, if we come back in here. 4 more energy tablets, plus the energy cube, plus lithium dust. Okay, we can't do this yet. Well, let's look at the last one just to see what it is. Yeah, more lithium dust, more basic control circuits, and an energy cube. Yeah, that's something we do not have the stuff for. We need to first of all do this whole evaporation thing, which I don't know how to set up at the moment. So that's going to take a little bit of discovery on my part to figure out how that works, get it set up, and then we can play around with that a bit. In the meantime, let me show you this real quick. Come down here to this area, and then what I've done is we've got another area in here where I've got 4 plots of pumpkins. So each one of these plots, there's 16 in. Remember, you get 4 pumpkins per, and that will give you a full stack of pumpkins every time these are harvested. You know, an entire thing would give you 64 pumpkins. And then we come down here, and I have kind of extended the area out a little bit. I had to create a redstone line that goes down there that doesn't connect to anything else. And then we've had to extend our mana stuff as well to come over here so that it will fill up these mana pools and be able to hit our pulse mana spreader into the drum of the wild and collect the pumpkins. So they come into here. They come into the auto assembler, which is the same thing we're using for the coal. But if we look at this, it's just turning pumpkins into seeds, and then those seeds are being exported into this storage drawer here. Now eventually we're going to be piping out of the storage drawer into a crusher and then feeding our biofuel generators. But I have to set up an area for that and figure out how to direct the piping up there so that we can get all that done properly and make it look nice and work good. Okay, well that's it for this episode. I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but you know, we got quite a bit done following some of those mechanism quest lines. I will have to look into the whole thermal evaporation stuff, how to set it up, so that we can figure out how to do that. Maybe in the next episode we'll get that in place. And we still have some other things that we need to do. We might maybe go on a quest, because we got those quest maps that we get from mobs. We do have 3 quests that we could probably do with those. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get that done. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.